Hey, Anakin, Padme, nice to meet you.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, good, very good today. I'm sure you're happier than I am, given the circumstances
Very
today.
excited, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. As I'm sure you're aware, you guys have been the successful applicants for 8 Lotus Crescent in Mulgrave.
Yeah, we're really
which
excited.
I want to say congratulations. It wasn't easy. There was a large pool of applicants, and a lot of them were really great applicants. So to have you stand out to the owners really speaks to your character. Absolutely.
No, we're thrilled.
Yeah, so we just wanted to sit down and just go through a few things today, just nail down the basics, the contracts, terms of agreements, rights, responsibilities, all the stuff you'd expect to cover in the kind of meetings we'd be having before you get you in the house.
Awesome.
Unfortunately got a few things to nail down before we get you in that property, as I'm sure you're still keen to do. So first of all, have you received all of the documentation that I've sent you off in the past few days?
Yeah,
so I've
we've
sent you
looked
off
through
the
the
authorities, the residential rental agreements. I've sent you off your rights, responsibilities, and consumer affairs legislation.
Yeah, we looked through all that.
I managed to look through all that?
Yeah.
Wonderful. It definitely helps out with me, because then I don't need to sit here and re-explain everything to you.
I figured as much.
It can get really frustrating.
Make it as quick as possible.
Yes, exactly, absolutely. So we've got the rental agreement here. As you can see for yourself, so it's set at $2,741 per calendar month.
Yep.
As a rent, and that's also stands for the bond, so that's what the bond will be as well.
Awesome.
Rent will be due on the 5th of each month on the Friday.
Awesome.
Yep. So hopefully on the Friday, so you get the whole week, gives you the whole working week. Makes it easier, not having to worry about pay slips or work or anything like that.
Yeah, nice and simple.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
And am I paying rent weekly or on a monthly basis?
Monthly basis.
Okay,
yeah.
nice.
So just one lot on a monthly basis.
Keeps it simple.
Yeah, terms of agreement. Yeah. So we're on a 12-month fixed term lease, which is what you've requested. That's what the lease. That's what the owner's happy to provide. And just general terms and conditions. There's no specifics, no special conditions. It's just the standard, right to look after the property, maintain, repair, and then our rights to complete agent repairs and complete the property at living standards for yourself.
Awesome.
Absolutely. So first of all, I've got with myself here, I've got a rental payment receipt for that first month of advance that you've already paid forward. Yep. Wonderful. So I'll give you that there. That's your collection.
Easy done.
Awesome. And also with the bond as well. So I've seen you've already gone ahead and paid that.
Yep.
You've gone ahead and paid the full $2,781.
Absolutely.
Did you get a bond assistance with that? Did you get a bond rental to help you out with that, like a bond loan?
No, we just paid it outright.
Okay, lovely. Beautiful. So that's currently going to be in the process of us lodging that with the RTBA, which is the bond agency, bond authority for Victoria. Basically holds all bonds for all rental properties at one given time. So we don't actually hold on to your money. That's sent off to a third party. They hold it while the tenancy is and the lease is underway.
Okay.
And then once the lease is up, and the property's been inspected and it's in the same state it was come into when you move in, then all that bond money gets sent back to us by the agency, and then we forward that on through to you.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Wonderful. No worries. And then you'll get a receipt with that as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So what I'm going to be doing off very soon is I'm going to be sending off an entry condition report to you. Now what that is, it's a report that basically entails that the condition the property is in just before you move in. So if there's any issues, any damages, any cracks in the light fittings, any dampness, any issues with maintenance at all that are pre-existing before you move into the property, we're going to go through and fill all that out for you and give that to you. And then you can also go through of your own volition. If you see anything else that we haven't added on there that you would like to fill out, please do so.
Awesome.
And then you need to return that copy to us and completed full out within 5 business days.
Yeah. And do I need to let you guys know if there's nothing wrong with the property?
Just fill it out on the form, and on the general and condition form, and then we'll fill it out. And if there's anything big that comes up that you feel you need to tell us straight away that you don't put on the form, just give us a call and we'll do that.
Awesome.
Absolutely. If you don't return that form within 5 business days, we will accept that the condition the property is in is what you accept it as, and you have nothing to change it, and we'll just go ahead with it anyway.
Easy.
Beautiful. So with the utilities connections and the requirements we have for when you move into your property today, we are happy to set up all of the utilities for you. So it's an embedded network. So basically we will already go ahead and set up water, gas, electricity, internet, everything like that. So we also could... So are you all good to have us as an agency set up all the utilities and properties?
Yeah, I remembered on the initial calls I said it would be easier to just pay you guys out and let you sort it and keep the headache away from me. So I'm quite happy for that to occur,
Beautiful, we'll do that then, that sounds great. And also when it comes to inspections, so routine inspections is something that happens at every rental property.
Yep.
I'm sure this isn't your first rental. I'm sure you're aware of all most of the stuff I'm saying. I
Yeah,
just have
we
to
got
go
it.
over it, of course.
Of course.
Yep. So the way we work as an agency when it comes to inspections as our property managers is when you first move in, it will occur every 3 months for the first year.
Okay.
So it'll occur 3 months after you move in,
Yep.
and then 3 months from then.
Awesome.
And then after that, after the first year, if it does get extended to a second year, we then go to every 6 months. So
Okay.
it's only going to be once or twice a year that we
Yeah,
do popping
no.
by. But the
Awesome.
first year, we just want to pop by a few extra times just to make sure everything's okay.
That's
If you have any
understandable.
questions or any problems, you can make it known to us.
Awesome.
Just like to make our presence known per se.
Yeah, of course.
Just so you don't feel like you're totally on your own there and having to manage it yourself.
Yeah, I understand.
Wonderful. No worries at all. And then, of course, we will give you due notice in advance, at least a week in advance. We'll let you know before we show up. So
Yeah,
you've got
okay.
plenty of time to get the place clean, property, hide away anything you'd like to, all that stuff.
Awesome. Okay.
We'd hope not hiding. All right. Beautiful. And we've also, and do you have I believe I've sent you off a communication form that has all of our agency phone numbers and contact details.
Yes,
where it
I
comes
saw that,
to
as
officer
well
and
as
effective
the,
control, property managers, and the tradespersons list.
Yes, as well as the trades list. I did get
Wonderful.
sent that. I was having a look through.
Yep, beautiful. So anything that has any issues that arise during the tenancy, you've got a list there. So anything with the property or the lease itself, you can contact me. Anything with the building or trades, water or anything like that, we've got plumbers on the list there for you. So yeah.
I did have a question with the tradespeople.
Yep.
So if I get it done with the recommended list, you guys sort the payments and whatnot. If I want to go out on my own and find someone different, I have a lot of people I know who are in trade.
Yeah.
I might get them to do it. Do I have to then pay for it myself, or does it still get covered? How does that process work?
That depends if it falls under a non-urgent or an urgent repair.
Okay.
So if it's an urgent repair and it needs to be done, you can use any tradesperson you want, and if it falls under the 2,500 repair, then we still pay that.
Okay.
If it goes over that amount because it's a different company that uses it's more expensive, or if it's a non-urgent repair, then that does come out of pocket to you.
Okay, awesome. I'll keep that in mind.
Beautiful, no worries. So yes, that was exactly what I was about to go into next, was about the repairs and maintenance and how it works. So yes, so we have already sent you off, I believe, a list that shows you a list of all of the classified urgent and non-urgent repairs.
Yep.
And the amounts pertaining to as such. So you have 2,500 for urgent repairs,
Yep.
so things such as hot water systems, air cons, sinks, things that really are quite detrimental to your living standards being met as a
Yep.
minimum,
Yeah.
and need to be fixed literally as soon as possible and can't be put off.
Yeah.
You have 2,500 allocated to do that.
Awesome.
Anything that goes over, you'll have to apply to get that reimbursed.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll just be straight away reimbursed by me.
Awesome.
And then non-urgent repairs, we've set as you have agreed to on the rental agreements, a set of 700
Yeah.
as a limit.
Yeah.
Yep. So anything that could literally just be a globe blowing. It could be like something small that it doesn't need. It's not that big of an issue. It can wait a
Awesome.
bit, but you still want to get it done.
Yeah,
You have 700 to play around with there, and we reimburse that. Again, anything else that goes over 700, and we have to take that into account. You have to apply for the extra reimbursement yourself.
Yeah, awesome.
Wonderful, no worries at all. And then, of course, yeah, beautiful. And I also just wanted to confirm that you have received I had a chance to look through the Renters Guide on the Consumer Affairs.
Is that one with all
Victoria
my
website.
rights and the legislation and whatnot?
Yes, absolutely. The one I told you should definitely have a look through
Yeah,
for
me and
sure.
Pat may read through that.
Yeah, it's way too hard for me to sit here and explain all those to you individually, honestly. So that's why I asked you to have a look through it on volition.
Yeah,
But,
awesome.
Yeah,
No, we
so
got a pretty good understanding
It
of
just
that, yeah.
highlights all the rights as a tenant and then your responsibilities as a tenant as well. Yeah, I'm sure you've got a handle on that, so that's all
Awesome.
good. Yeah, beautiful. And so when it comes to keys, key locks, devices, something like that, I saw on your form that you filled out that you want 3 front door keys and
Yep.
3 back door keys,
That would
and
be
then you
great.
want 3 for the front screen door as well.
That would be awesome.
Yes, and you did say you wanted a key lock box next to the front door
That would
installed
be
as
great,
well to
yeah.
keep the spare key in with a
Yeah.
code and everything like that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, no worries. That would be a little additional extra cost, of course, to get that installed and set up,
Figured
but
as
we get that set up and explain that to you. No worries at all. And so when we do hand over the keys, we get keys cut and made for you. We will take photos of the keys for proof of what they look like,
Yep.
And then when we hand them over, we sign a key form where you sign it and just say, yes, I have these keys, these are in my possession.
Yep.
And then when the tenancy is up, we get those keys back and that form back, and we just ensure that everything's just been held out smoothly.
Awesome.
Beautiful, no worries at all. And of course, in the very rare case that you do end up losing your house keys, and thing could be a problem, you don't need to worry about security, as the keys from our safe and from our real estate office are coded.
Okay.
So anyone who picks a key won't know what it's for, won't know what the property's for, and won't be able to get into it without knowing so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's relieving. That's
Yeah,
good to know.
absolutely. And we do have spare keys in our safe at the office as an emergency as well. So if you can't find your keys and you really need to get in your house to get your keys, something like that, we have spares at the office, so you can come down and when you can get it, and we can get into the property for you.
Awesome. Okay.
We'll just need to get your, of course, valid identification to make
Nice.
sure you're
Yeah.
the right person trying to get in your house.
Understand.
Beautiful. Did you have any questions for me at all about any of these information that I've given to you today? So
No,
far?
I think it's pretty much covered. You've done a good job explaining it. Like, we're pretty clear. We're really excited to move in.
Beautiful. All right, no worries. Well, thank you very much for coming along to the meeting today, and I look very forward to helping you with your moving in.
No worries. Thanks so much.
No
We
worries.
really appreciate it.
Thank you.